My name is Sherry, and I'm a member of Community Christian Church. And my devotion today starts a long, long time ago when I was a little girl. So I was about 10 years old. I used to love to go to my aunt's house. She sewed, and I'm not a sewer. And she would let me play with this big tin of buttons. All sorts of buttons in it. And what I used to do is I would scatter them all out on the table, and I would take some of the buttons and color coordinate them, make a rainbow. But more often than not, I would take each button and think of a story, use my imagination, and think of something about the person that button belonged to. So if I had one that was very fancy, I used to think it was a princess and she lived in a castle and she had a Prince Charming. I remember one button was black and it was very, very shiny, and I thought about a soldier, maybe that was on his uniform. So I just had the best time using my imagination. So a couple years ago, I was visiting a friend, and we traveled to a antique shop. And lo and behold, I found this container of buttons. And have you ever had that feeling of something that you totally forgot, and then all of a sudden it comes to you? And that's what happened to me. And I fell in love with this container of buttons, and I bought it and brought it home with me. So this container sits next to my recliner chair at home, and with some other little trinkets that are important to me. And about a couple weeks ago, I started a devotion book on different subjects, and one of them was spiritual gifts. So I started wandering, which is something that I shouldn't do, but I do. And I looked over at my jar buttons and still thought of each person that button belonged to. They're all in a bunch, and it's amazing. I'm thrilled with buttons. And I got to thinking about each button as a person and their spiritual gifts. So I used to see others and their gifts and think, oh my goodness, listen to that person sing. That is amazing. Why can't I sing like that? Or the musical instruments. I always wanted to play one. Never could play one. And I thought, oh, why can't I play like that? Why can't I have that talent? And crafty people I know. I won't even go there. But so this is not right. We should not do this. If we become so focused or fixated on what we don't have or can't do, we neglect to recognize and use our own gifts. There isn't a hierarchy of spiritual gifts. Each gift is God's, so all are awesome and powerful. They're all equal. So one time I did an exercise in a group, and they had us envision a dark room. And everybody in the room had a flashlight. So with that exercise, you think we can shine our flashlight, or we can watch others shine theirs. And we can convince ourselves that everyone else's flashlight is better. They've got a better brand name, more expensive. Their batteries are stronger. Mine is a little cheapy, you get at the dollar store. And we can think of all these different excuses instead of letting our light shine. If we start comparing instead of turning on our flashlight, that room's not going to get any lighter. But what if everyone turns on their flashlight at the same time? The light will overcome darkness. So let's go back to our spiritual gifts. We don't want to compare gifts or think we do not possess a gift. About 5 years ago, I thought I didn't have a gift. Or I thought, oh, do I have a gift and I'm not using it like I should? So what did I do? I prayed. And I prayed. And I prayed a lot about this. I heard this once said, God is all powerful And every gift he gives has a potential to be world-changing. And I thought, wow. I have 3 scriptures on spiritual gifts. The first one comes out of Peter. God has given each of you a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. The next one comes from 2 Timothy. I am writing to encourage you to fan into a flame and rekindle the fire of the spiritual gift God imparted to you when I laid my hands upon you. For God will never give you the spirit of fear, but the Holy Spirit, who gives you mighty power, love, and self-control. And the last one comes from 1 Corinthians. There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone, it is the same God at work. So today I'm giving you homework. Homework is not just for kids. 2 things. Find what your spiritual gift is. You might have more than one gift. I encourage you, pray about it, do whatever, talk to God, and find out what your spiritual gift is. The second thing is, do you have an opportunity to use your spiritual gifts right now? That's the second thing. I wish everyone well. This too shall pass. I pray for everyone for health and safety, and have a great day.